Good morning. I just wanted to give my testimonial. So, uh, about a year ago, I graduated from nursing school, and I made my first attempt at the NCLEX in December of last year. Um, I wasn't successful, so I was like in a really dark place. I didn't know what to do. I felt like a failure. But everyone's like, "Oh, but you finished nursing school. It should be easy." But it was hard for people to understand who didn't go through nursing school what it was like to fail. And for people who passed on the first time to not understand what it's like to fail the nursing exam. So around that time, I saw Muhammad's ads, and I was like, okay, let me give it a chance and sign up for the program. So I signed up for the program in January, but I wasn't initially focused on studying for the exam. I felt like I was still trying to get over the failure. And until I was able to do that, I wasn't able to succeed. So I took an attempt again, maybe in May or April of this year. But around that time, like I said, I wasn't focused. So recently I passed the NCLEX. And that's because I followed most 4 weeks. But for myself, I accelerated it and broke it down over 2 weeks because I am the type where I need to just focus, like just sit down, focus, study, and review the content over and over. And I realized that I still remember I know a lot of the information. I know how, I just know a lot of the nursing information. It was more so me understanding how to take the exam, and that was one great thing that Mo broke down because without taking those practice tests and then grading myself and then seeing where I was falling above or below failing line, it I wouldn't have understood the test as well as I thought. And then what also helped is he broke down a lot of the topics, but by going through questions, and I learned really well that way. So I really, really love the program, and I suggest it to anyone and everyone who has failed, or even if you haven't failed. It's a great study tool. Like, it's so wonderful. And what I had started doing, like you see this paper on my wall, I would put all the stuff that he would say, review every evening or stuff like that. The things that I couldn't remember, like Cushing syndrome. I don't know. It was so difficult for me for some reason. I put the sheet up and I just started to remember. Repetitively, I would see it every day. So it just became ingrained in my memory. And on the exam, that was a topic that came up. But when it came up, I wasn't scared because I went over it so many times. I'm like, okay, I remember this picture. I could picture it being in my room. I could hear Mo's voice. And it really does work. And even in the video where he told you to go talk to yourself in the bathroom in between the exam, I did that, and that made such a drastic difference because I was getting exhausted. I took the test in 6 hours. And I just was like feeling defeated, like, oh man, I don't know if I passed. But when I checked and saw that I passed the exam, and my friend sent me my license that it was listed online, I was so happy. Like, it was the best day of my life. So I want everybody to have that best day. Any person who got through nursing program and you at the step to take your nursing exam, you could do it. I was able to do it. I beat the odds. I was I waited a year to take it over, but it was the best learning experience for me because I realized I humbled myself and I retaught myself how to study. And the NCLEX is an exam like no other. It really is about endurance, and you could do it. I did it. So thank you so much, Mo. Thank you, Alpha Slice family. Thank you, thank you, thank you.